All right, folks, Eric Christianson here with Nutrient Survival. I want you to take a good look at this. This is the humble American penny. It has been in our pockets for over 230 years. It's a symbol of our currency. It is a piece of our history. And candidly, right now, it is history. You can say goodbye, sayonara, adios, hasta la vista, baby, because the US Mint has just placed its final order for penny blanks, the stuff that they make pennies from. That's right, they're killing the penny. Sad day. Now, the government, of course, is feeding us a line about efficiency, saving taxpayer money, because theoretically it costs pennies. It costs a lot more to make pennies than they are worth. I have read the reports. I've seen it in black and white. It costs 2 to 3 cents to make a penny, a single penny. So that is just bad math. That's bad economics. It sounds entirely plausible as the rationale. But stop for a second, because here's just a little housekeeping. What if I told you the disappearance of this tiny coin is actually the canary in the coal mine for something much bigger, something that strikes at the heart of your financial freedom and American liberty in general? You're going to want to hear about this. It's a whole lot more than just 1 cent. Now, before we get into it, please do me a favor, hit the like button, subscribe to our channel, make sure your announcement alert is on, share the video with friends and family, and all those that love pennies out there. And of course, leave me a comment after the video, because what you think is a super important part of this conversation. It makes all of us smarter. Now, the official narrative is that pennies are impractical, that they are a nuisance, that they are a complete waste. Most people probably won't even notice that they're gone, right? But here's the thing. At Nutrient Survival, when the government tells you something is for your own good, that is when the alarm bells go off, because it's usually a sign that there's a much bigger agenda at play. They say we're moving to a cashless society anyway, right? Cards and apps and digital everything. That, my friends, is exactly what they want you to believe is just progress. And who wants to stand in the way of progress? You know, you're out of touch old timers out there. Come on, let's connect the dots. All right, stop and let's connect the dots. Because in a truly cashless society, every single thing you buy, every dollar you move from point A to point B, every financial breath you take is tracked, it's recorded, and it's stored on a giant ledger somewhere with your name at the top. And guess who holds the key to that ledger? It's not you. That is 100% for sure. It's them. And trust me, this is not about convenience. It is about control. It is about centralizing power in the hands of the government, the financial institutions, the global elites that, candidly, they think they know best for you and me. Because if you think about it, when you lose your physical cash, you lose privacy, you lose anonymity, you lose a critical piece of your American freedom. Your ability to operate outside their digital panopticon is gone. Panopticon. Wow. What a big word. Look, this isn't some wild theory. We've seen this movie before in other countries. Canada, take them as an example. They got rid of their pennies years ago. And what magically happened? That's right. Surprise, surprise. Prices for everyday goods got conveniently rounded up. It's a stealth tax, a hidden wealth transfer that most people just absorb without a second thought. But add up all those pennies across all these millions and millions of people and all the dollars that we spend every single day. That is quite a windfall. And guess what? Who does it hit the hardest? That's right, the elderly. It hits folks in rural areas hard. It hits people trying to make every penny count, the very Americans who can least afford it. This move to eliminate the penny here in America, it's a test. It's a trial balloon. They want to see how much we'll accept, how quietly we'll let them chip away at our own financial independence. It is a step in a deliberate direction, calculated crawl towards a fully digital currency system, a system where your money can be frozen, it can be controlled, it can even disappear with the click of a mouse by some faceless bureaucrat. We've seen governments in other nations restrict citizens' access to their own money during times of protest or unrest or if they conveniently want to label you an enemy of the state or some other name that allows them to freeze your assets. That is not a guess. It's their playbook. It's happened and it's happening. These elites, these central planners, they understand a fundamental truth. Controlling the money is the ultimate form of controlling people. They can manipulate markets. They can influence your behavior. They can put the squeeze on anyone who steps out of line. And getting rid of physical cash, starting with the humble penny, brings them one step closer to that total control. They claim getting rid of the penny will save the government a whopping, get this, $56 million a year. $56 million. Now, I'm all for saving money, especially if it means the government is saving money. But let's be honest, folks, $56 million is a rounding error in their multi-trillion-dollar budget fiestas. They lose more than that in the Pentagon's couch cushions every year. This isn't saving a few million bucks. It's not. It's about power. It's about conditioning us for a future where every transaction is monitored, where your financial life is an open book to them. They distract you with talk of efficiency, while the real goal is to march us into a digital financial prison. This is why everything we talk about here, self-reliance, preparedness, taking responsibility, it is more critical now than ever before. This isn't just about having a backup for a natural disaster. This is about preparing a future where the very systems we've always trusted, they might not be there for us. Or worse, they might be used against us. Look, the penny might seem insignificant, but its disappearance is a signal. It is a sign that we need to be smarter, more vigilant. It means holding on to tangible assets, things that have real value, things that can't be erased by a keystroke. It means understanding these deeper games are being played all around us, and you need to protect your family and you need to protect your freedom. Our commitment here to self-sufficiency, to privacy, to financial independence, those are American values that you just can't phase out with a memo from the mint. So don't just shrug this thing off as just the penny. Understand what it represents. Start thinking about how you can become less reliant on these fragile, controllable digital systems. Educate yourself. Make a plan. That's our take for today. And what do you think about the end of the penny and the push for a cashless America? Please, again, let me know in the comments. I know you've got brilliant things to say, but until next time, Wolfpack, stay vigilant, stay informed, stay ready, and always keep on prepping.